just hang out, relax, spend some time with this community of ours, our amazing ASMR, press X for ASMR community. So we're just gonna relax, we're gonna vibe out, swing around, take in the holiday sights, and I'm probably gonna ramble about God knows what. But before we get into it, I hope you all get plenty of tingles from all of the controller sounds and the whispers, and without further ado, sit back, relax, and let's get into it. All right, let's just swing. I kept Miles. I believe the last Miles video we did, he was in this outfit, but like, this outfit is too perfect for the winter season. His winter suit outfit with the scarf and the leg warmers and everything and the hat. And I set it to a nice, cold, snowy, chilly winter night to really, really match those vibes. And man, it is just so pretty. It's been a good bit of time since I've really swang. Swang is not the past tense of swing. Swung is the past tense of swing. It's been a good bit of time since I've really, swung through this game at nighttime with the snow, and man, it's still so pretty. It's still so pretty, y'all. Let's go see if we can actually find some crimes too. That will be pretty fun. There's a crime behind us, but that's gonna require us to do a full 360. That wasn't as clean as I would have liked it to be, but whoop. What is that over there? Actually, hold up. That's the I think that's a university or something. That is a literal alley. Me thinking it's a whole university. Nope, this is just a random warehouse. Oh, I think this is actually part of a mission. I think. I actually can't remember. Or maybe it just looks similar. Oh, it's a billboard. Okay. Let's go check out the billboard. That was such a weird dismount. Shaboop. Guess I gotta get closer to it. Alright, let's go check out what the underground is doing on Christmas Eve. They, probably don't have much better to do than just cause some havoc. Hiya, whoop, bang. Honestly, I wasn't completely planning on just jumping in here without any plan, but by the time I realized where I was, it was too late. I was like, guess I'm gonna have to commit to this non-stealthy move. Shaboop, well, it depends, I guess, who's on the team. There's literally like a million X-Men, because the lineup is always changing, just like the Avengers. The Avengers lineup is always changing. But that's kind of weird. But yeah, I guess they would also be as part of the universe. Don't know exactly which. Oh, the guys are trying to get away. Don't know which X-Men. But I mean, there's a lot of choices. Hold that thought. Get back here. Huh. Yeet. Oh, that took all of them out real quickly. Thank God those guys get electrocuted, and then I just flung him, and it just took out everybody else. Nice. Let's check out the street. Why not? The streets are kind of holiday themed. Not really, but a little bit. Well, they are. Look at this tree right here. I never actually realized this, but it's covered in lights. Huh. That's a really nice detail. They didn't have to do that, but they did. They even lit it in a really smart way, because you can't light every branch. That's kind of, it's difficult. But they lit all the main branches, but they left out the real small ones. That's some insane level of detail. Like, that's crazy. Huh. Hey, what's up? Bang. But yeah, I don't know exactly who's technically confirmed, but I guess, X-Men wise, Professor X probably, maybe Cyclops, Jean, Beast, all the OGs at least, the original six. Iceman maybe, remember Iceman's there. But yeah, there is. Oh wow, hello there. I never really spent the time to check out the streets that much, but look at these random details. That's a random Santa kind of. I think is that a menorah he's holding? I don't know. Oh, this guy wants to do something. Give him a quick bounce. I think he's definitely holding candles. I don't even know. No, it's definitely gotta be a menorah, because that is quite literally a menorah. I can't remember when it is. That's really just on me forgetting. But I believe it might be Hanukkah soon, or maybe not. Again, super sorry, I cannot remember. I literally don't remember. But happy Hanukkah if it's anywhere nearby. I'm pretty sure it's nearby. Oh, let's go check out that stuff. We're literally, by the way, gonna be doing this for like half the video. We're just gonna be checking out the awesome scenery, because they really did do as much as possible to make this whole place Christmas themed. Massive. I was going to say gingerbread man. Massive. Massive. What do you call it? Nutcrackers. That's so cool. And then, of course, let's go see what else they got. Shaboop. Alright, apparently I scared that guy who's 10 feet away from me. I mean, you don't need to be all that panicky. At least not in this game. Oh my god, look at that. They've got little bows on the lights. I have no clue which direction we're running in, by the way. Let's go this way. The cars have stopped, so oh, hello there, other person. But yeah, to continue back that point I was saying, what is it? I'm not too sure which characters. Wow, it is really yellow here. That's due to the lighting. That's really cool. I almost got run over. I mean, Miles would have survived, but still, he almost got run over. But yeah, no, I don't know exactly all of the characters that exist in this particular Marvel universe, but I think there's definitely a lot of them. Definitely excited to see who else gets, revealed and shows up in the Wolverine game. Wow, these cars, to my knowledge, this is pretty accurate to New York. This is honestly pretty accurate to most places. People just not minding everyone else's business and just zooming past on the road like, hey, you're in my way, that's your problem. Man, this game really is pretty at night. I mean, it's really awesome when you really take some time and just appreciate those extra details. We'll definitely head back to Harlem because they've got crazy nice Christmas decorations. But let's go see if we can find some crimes to do. No crimes, but there is a person. Did I not press the button? Okay. But, Jesus Christ, almost got run over by that snowplow. Yo, so, it's really starting to snow, y'all. At least where I live. And I'm more, north east US, so it was snowing crazy, at least for me, pretty recently. And it's gonna get, I'm hoping it gets, a little, not crazier, but, I love snow. I really do quite like this, how snow looks outside. So, kind of hoping for a bit more snow. I think that's kind of a guarantee, honestly, because that's just how, oh, that wasn't the button. Y'all, I forgot the button again to ground pound. Haha, got it though. Got it pretty quickly. No, but I really do hope it snows a lot more kind of soon. I mean, it's probably going to. That's kind of guaranteed just due to the fact that I think this year is supposed to be a lot more snow heavy, which is kind of cool. Not looking forward to any crazy blizzards per se. That's a little extreme, I would say, but any a normal, reasonable amount of snow. Enough for maybe, I was going to say delays, but not even delays, just nicely timed snow. Doesn't really get in anybody's way. People can just relax and stay home. I'm really hoping for a good snow during the Christmas break. Everybody's home. That would be kind of perfect. I know nature, there's no predicting whether that's going to actually happen, but that would be pretty amazing. I would love, a good old white Christmas. It's been a really long time since, at least out here, there's been a full white Christmas. It's definitely snowed on Christmas at least once, but that was so long ago, and all the other times it snowed, it's really just been a January, February kind of deal, because that tends to be when it gets really cold and really snowy. As is the case in most places where it snows. Though, for what it's worth, it does snow a lot more, I know, in December-ish, depending, where you nice. Have I seen this before? I don't even know. That's really cool. Let's go and, bounce this guy real quick. I do wonder, I know I'm near it, I just don't know what direction it is. We should be near, we're very near it. That's Rockefeller Plaza, right? Yeah, because there's the Christmas tree. Right. Oh, that's nice. Can we get on top of the Christmas tree? We can get on top of it. Oh, that's really pretty. Very simple colors, but also I'm not expecting insane levels of detail. The fact that they still colored the Christmas tree is amazing. And, it's a game, so that's alright with me. I don't know what the tree looked like this year in Rockefeller, but it looked, at least from the last few years, it's been insane. Like, they colored that thing. That thing had not millions of lights, but you could have fooled me. This man really wanted to interact with me. He glitched that entire car. Yo, what's up? Alright, cool. Air handshake. Moving onwards. I don't know where Times Square is. I know it's nearby. We're insanely close to it. But this, I guess, reflects more on the fact that I legitimately don't fully know New York because I don't live there and I don't remember this map. I am certain most New Yorkers could probably tell me exactly where to go to get to Times Square, but I have no clue. I do want to head back up north, and then I think we'll call it a quits for the day, but I have to figure out where north is. North is Harlem. I just don't know which direction is north, and I'm gonna be stubborn and not open my map. We're just gonna figure it out. If I can find Central Park, I was gonna press a button, but I had to fix my headphones. If I can find Central Park, I'll be able to find hey, I did find Times Square though. I'm looking for north, I'm looking for Harlem, but I found Times Square. No complaints. In fact, I think that might actually help. Maybe that direction is Harlem. Wait, there's a map on my screen. Oh, I'm dumb. That direction is Harlem. Good to know. Alright, we'll head back that way. I forgot the map straight up has a compass on it. That is actually crazy useful. I've never used a compass before on that map. Man, one thing I really do want to do at some point is just, check out what Times Square looks like in real life. Especially at Christmas time. Oh man, I can, and you're I don't know if I can handle it, but for New Year's Eve, oh man, when they do the ball drop, that would be crazy. I know what is it? The massive crowds and everything during New Year's is kind of insane. Oh, there's a crime, you say? Well, now that you told me, I guess I kind of am obligated to go do it. But I know the crowds during New Year's are always absolutely insane. And packed. And I really don't know if my bladder can hold out not, going to the bathroom basically for, I don't even know what time you're supposed to line up there for. I think folks end up lining up there for from the morning, which I don't know how you can do that and not have to use the bathroom. Nope, wrong button. I'm gonna get it though. Bang. I don't know how you can, not use the bathroom for literally the entire day. Unless, you have someone to save your spot or something, but I don't know. I mean, lining up at 9 in the morning for something that's not gonna happen till literally midnight. I don't know what is really worth that kind of commitment. I'm sure there's some things out there that really is worth that kind of commitment, but I definitely can't do that. I am not built heater. I imagine the prices for a room like that might be a small house, but you know, I feel like that's probably the best way to really, get the best of both worlds. See the ball drop, but also like not put yourself through like hell, basically. But I see lights. I see lights. But honestly, I don't. Maybe someday I'll go and see it. Oh man, I love these massive like light fixtures they made. I know this was like a really big focus, especially in the marketing. Weirdly enough, to give that Christmas vibes. By God, it really does give those Christmas vibes. I love how these look. And then just doing this. What is it? Hold on. Select it. I gotta wait for the thing. There we go. Swoop. Oh, that is satisfying. That is satisfying, if I do say so myself. It feels good to be home. I actually don't think I've ever seen Miles say that. That's really cool. I mean, it makes sense given that he's in Harlem. That's where he lives, at least in this game. No, he lives there in Spider-Man 2 as well. But yeah, that's really nice. I just walk past this one guy. Little handshake. Oh, okay, cool. I guess it's like a little billboard thing. Never seen that before. Anywho, oh, they have stuff by the tracks. Man, they even lit up the Harlem tracks. I mean, you kind of expect them to really put in all the detail, especially in Harlem, because that's where a lot of the game is taking place. But, as we kind of saw, they put in insane levels of detail on just random streets further down south. So, they really did just say, screw it, we're gonna put in the detail everywhere. It's gonna be fully Christmas. Game recognized game, that's crazy, by the way. But yeah, I mean, this is awesome. I really love how they did this. We might even go and see lights, like my family and I, we might even go and look for some lights, just to, really get to that, vibe and spirit. And it's always fun to see what kind of crazy light configurations people put up, what kind of crazy decorations they put out outside. Massive blow up Santas, or like reindeer, or wrapping lights around their entire house, which is kind of insane, but insanely impressive at the same time. But yeah, I mean, that's awesome. Hey, there's stuff here too. Alright, we'll walk to the crime, and then I think we'll go handle the crime, and then we'll head off for the night. Ooh, food. I could honestly do with some food right about now. Hopefully, no stomach grumbles came through in this video, but I am getting kind of hungry. So, definitely a good time to start wrapping things up. Where is the crime? Oh, it's happening in the street. Where is it? Oh, I see it. Prisoners. Alright. Under the Christmas lights. Let's go. Hiya. Boom. That wasn't the guy I was aiming for. I was aiming for the guy in the middle. That poor soul got I ended up miss aiming. And he got caught up instead. But hey, he was gonna get taken out in one way or another. All those guys are shocked, by the way. You gotta imagine how much damage it's gonna do to somebody